The physicality of the NBA, Grant, it does come along with the risk of injury. These two teams...
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. Did you guys see that from Luka? My goodness, some extra sauce there.
Here's the doctor. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Doncic, no good. Dallas has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's the doctor. He's guarded by Caruso. Here's the doctor. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Three-pointer. And it's Doncic missing. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Pass to Doctor. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Fox. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve. He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Doncic passes to Caruso. Looking to win the run. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Doncic always ready to let it fly once he catches it.
Here's the doctor. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. The doctor's got 13.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Doncic finds Caruso. And here is Williams. And here's Doncic outside. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Here's the doctor. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Love the dunk from Lively, not just settling for the layup.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. This game against Dallas here, it's their first meeting of the season. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, the doctor in that last game against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He added 55 points and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Hachimura sets a screen. And here's Caruso outside. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Dallas leading by 13. Here's the doctor. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Boucher's checked in for Williams. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Hardaway's checked in for Caruso. And Austin Reeves is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Reeves, the pass to Boucher. Outside Vanderbilt. Back to Boucher to win the run. The Mavericks pull it in. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
For 3, Hardaway. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Doncic checked in. Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. Williams comes in for Hardy. And here's Reeves outside. Rebounded by Prosper. The Mavericks lead by 16. Here's the doctor. Drops in the 3. The doctor's got 25 points in the game.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Another three for Dallas.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Doncic deciding where to go with it. To win the cold spell. Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks out in front by 19 going into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More NBA on 2K. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Chris Boucher out there with Jarred Vanderbilt. Then it's Tim Hardaway. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Pass to Doctor. Now here's Williams. Here's the Doctor. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Hardaway. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
On Tim Hardaway's best nights, Clark, he can light it up from the perimeter.
Yeah, he's got a great stroke and compose matchup problems when he's got it going. When that happens, it forces opponents to adjust their defensive posture. So he's extremely valuable when he gets it going, knocking down shots on the perimeter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Here's the Doctor. And Dallas hits again from deep.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Pass to Doncic. And here's Hardaway. Boucher on the screen. Back to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's the Doctor. That shot, no good. Good D by Doncic. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Sinks the tray. The Doctor's got 45 points.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Pass to Boucher. And out of bounds, Dallas will have it.
Dallas ball.
Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. Second, Dallas.
Timeout.
There's not a whole lot to complain about with these numbers. I mean, they made a commitment to rebounding last year, and it was obvious. It showed on a consistent basis. They put great effort into rebounding the ball last season.
And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Williams is checked in for Boucher. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. Caruso, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Fox is subbed in for Luka Doncic. It's blocked. Here's Caruso. Davis with a rebound. The Mavericks have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. The Doctor. He drops it from range. The Doctor's got 48.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lively. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
.56 seconds left to play in the first half. Caruso outside. 6 on the shot clock. Reeves the pass to Williams. And once again off the mark by Los Angeles.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Reeves the pass to Williams. Back to Reeves. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. That one drops for him.
Love the playmaking ability of Reeves. Looks to me like he improves this area of his game every season.
Here's the Doctor. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Got it up. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Mavericks ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Their ability to string together threes and demoralize a team, man. We saw that in the first half.
Seems like the score couldn't and change it. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, they've got Hardy. Derek Lively is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's the Doctor in at the 2-guard spot. The 3. The Lakers with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Fox, that's good.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Oh, got that one up quick. The Doctor's got 57 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
To the paint. Here's Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in. Doncic has got 21.
I know Doncic takes pride in being able to produce for his team, and he's doing it at a high level here.
Here's the 3. Hits yet again. Wow.
3 points.
Getting to the 60 mark in a game is just, it's incredible. I mean, most Hall of Famers haven't even done this.
And he's approaching the 4th most 60-plus point games in a season. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Here's the doctor. He got it again! Sensational!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Again, Doncic missing.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
How about the D from Doncic? These guys appreciate when he gives that kind of effort at the defensive end.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. They set the pick. Will it go? He hits the back iron and sinks it. Fox has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there. And, you know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Hachimura outside. Pass to Williams. Here's Fox. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's the doctor. Doncic pulls down the board.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Outside, Williams. Caruso, the pass to Doncic. Uncovered. And he can't bank that one in.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Here's the doctor. Off the mark there with a 3. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Caruso misses. The Mavericks shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. Drains the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Fox. And he converts the layup. Fox has got 6 in the quarter. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Here's the doctor. Good! Another from 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Hachimura from long range. Offensive rebound. Unable to get that one.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Here's the doctor. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Good if it goes. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Dallas showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has and again for 3.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. Vanderbilt against Martin. Vanderbilt inside, And here's Doncic outside. Knocks down the long J. Doncic has got 24 points.
Watch out now when Doncic is dialed in from deep because he's unguardable.
The doctor, no good. And for the Lakers, they're shooting just around 32% from the field. And there's Doncic. That's good. On the assist from Hardaway. 27 points for him.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
13 feet out. And the basket by the doctor.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Launches it. Good! Another from three.
He is unstoppable. Completely dialed in from distance.
What an historic night shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for third place in most threes in a game. Here's the doctor. Good. He hits again.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history. Doncic outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's the doctor. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. Here's Doncic. The Lakers with another miss.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Good! Another from three.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new second-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Here's the doctor. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Los Angeles has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Mavericks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan.
And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts them tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. Inside. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Williams is checked in for Boucher. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. Caruso, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Fox is subbed in for Reeves. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. From deep three-point land. Washington grabs the miss.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
The doctor. And another one.
What a moment. It's one for the history books. Again, he has set the record for the most points ever in a single game.
Unparalleled scoring capability. We've seen it time and time again. There's really nothing he can't do on a basketball court when he sets his mind to it.
Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
Off target with the 3. Here are the Lakers with the ball. To the inside. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the doctor. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done. Take what's available, use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
From behind the arc, on the money.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage, he's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everybody.
Bettina.
MP, you just did one of the most incredible things anyone has ever done in the history of professional sports.
It's true.
When you see something like that, or when you do something like that, it's hard to describe it in anything other than cliche. Which had me thinking, you know, athletes sometimes describe nights like tonight as, you know, the hoop being bigger, you know, appearing bigger than usual. Is that actually true? Or is it just a phrase that gets thrown around to try and describe the indescribable?
People say that, and I get what they mean, but everything looks and flows differently on a night like tonight.
How do you mean exactly?
Well, it's about way more than the hoop. It's literally about everything. You know, the passes, they seem to come precisely on schedule and right in your sweet spot. And the defense, they seem to get a turnover right as you're about to lead the break, and the ball just start bouncing off dudes' heads and going into the rim. It's like you can't do anything wrong on a night like tonight. But the hoop, yeah, that's just an expression. Thank you, Bettina. Joe.
Where does breaking this record rank as far as your career accomplishments?
You know, it's nice, but I'm going to keep breaking this record over and over again.
Over and over? Okay, that seems like wishful thinking.
And you seem a bit like a hater, Joe. And it's all love here tonight, and we don't need your negativity around here, so.
Never thought I'd see someone score over 100 points.
Excellent quote tonight, MP. That's sure to win you some fans.
You really did it. I can't believe it.
Man, I know.
Get the popcorn ready. It's game time. Get ready to light it up tonight.
Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
It's been well documented that MV is taking these matchups seriously against other opponents in this conference. You gotta wonder if that hasn't provided some extra motivation.
And it seems as though that lofty goal has gotten to MP a bit. He seems off to me. He hasn't performed well in these games against key opponents, and certainly is on the outside looking in as far as the All-Star game is concerned. You better pick it up quick.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Connect out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams. And it's Doncic in at the one.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Puts up a three. And Lively pulls it down. The Mavericks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys that has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
To the inside. Here's Doncic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Doncic has got 7 points. Doncic has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Here's the doctor. Connects again from distance.
This is amazing. That moves him into 4th place alone on the list of most three-pointers in a season.
It's been fantastic to witness. A year like this doesn't happen often. And that one drops. 9 points in the game so far.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The three for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. The doctor in the last game against Los Angeles was a man on a mission. He had 56 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Here's the doctor. Good on the triple. The Doctor's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Dallas.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Reeves outside. Back to Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. A different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Marshall. And it's Hardy in for Kyrie Irving. And then for the Lakers, Chris Boucher's checked in for Williams. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Austin Reeves. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
Screen by Gafford. Here's Hardy. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lakers trail by 7. Fox passes to Doncic. And he drives in. And the dunk by Doncic.
And I love how Doncic reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick in the bag to get where he wants to go.
Pass to the Doctor. An easy 2 points on the layup. 16 points for the Doctor.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. And here's Boucher. Outside, Fox. And the rejection by Gafford. And they get it back. And Doncic gets it to go.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Here's the Doctor. That misses off the backboard.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Got it off in time. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. It was pretty close. And it looks like they...
The previous play is under review.
Let's get off in time.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt in looking at the replay that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you...
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Mavericks lead by 8. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Chris Boucher, Rui Hachimura out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Fox, and it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position. Fox kicks to DiVincenzo. No good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
He gets that one. The Doctors got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Offensive rebound, Fox. And again, unable to change momentum here. Dallas leading by 15. Here's the Doctor. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. The Doctor's got 30.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So both teams making some changes here. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Mavericks. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's Los Angeles, 8.5 games behind them.
And when I look at Dallas, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Dallas.
The Doctor passes to Marshall. Here's the Doctor. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. That's now 32 points for the Doctor.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed. Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And you know, De'Aaron Fox, he has become, RJ, I think, almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, he's always had great speed, so defenders would sag off of him. But now that he has that step-back three, so you have to play up, and that's what he wants you to do.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative. Oh, my goodness, the slam!
Stunning the crowd and the defense with that one. What a show from Doncic.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Lively trying to break, and yep, another basket.
It's unreal. Reaching second all-time in 40-point games.
Everything runs through him offensively. as it should.
And now he's looking up at Wilt Chamberlain, no less, who's atop this list. You wonder how long it'll take before this guy is #1.
Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Doncic kicks to Williams, to the paint. And it's Doncic missing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's the doctor. He's guarded by Williams. Shots good by the doctor.
You thought that first quarter was good? He's been even better in the second.
Irving against Fox. Williams, a screen on Irving. Three-pointer, Fox hits the three-point bomb. Fox has got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
They're efficient. They play to their strengths. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make the next pass.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. And that is our wrap.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, the doctor has been exceptional here today, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Irving is out there with the doctor. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for...
Jason Kidd. As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Reeves outside. Pass to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Sinks the triple. Doctor's got 47 points.
On offense, Davis keeps his head up and maintains awareness. That's how he spots a wide-open man.
And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
And he hits the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass?
To the middle. Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 22.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
Irving passes to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here's Doncic from the arc. Dallas has gotten all but one of their three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Inside. And finished off by Doncic.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Releases from 15, and it's in off the backboard. The Doctor's got 49 points in the game.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Pass to Williams. Doncic feeling it out. Shoots from 14, and again it's the Lakers.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Throws it up high, and finished off by Lively.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Connect. Fires the three. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Reeves in the corner. Knocked away.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
The Doctor can't get it to go.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And it's blocked.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 29. To the wing on the left. Here's the Doctor. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's the Doctor. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The 3 for Doncic. And he's good on the 3 ball. Doncic has got 12 points now in the quarter.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Drills it from outside. 59 points for the Doctor.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Here's Doncic. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And when Luka sees the mid-range open up, he takes the shot, keeping things simple.
Here's the Doctor. It could go. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Mavericks ahead, opening up a huge gap. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. There's Boucher out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's James. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Fox in at the point. Boucher against Gafford. 6 to shoot. Fox kicks to James. The three-pointer off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Shots good by the Doctor. The Doctor's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Mavs. And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% for the game. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Fox looking it over. Lets a floater go. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's the Doctor. The three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Hardaway against Fox. Mavericks with the rebound.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
James against Hardaway. Left side, Fox shoots over Hardy, and he can't bank that one in.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Los Angeles with another miss. Dallas with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. The Doctor, yet another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
The young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Free throw line jump shot. And there it is again from him. Shot good from the Doctor. The Doctor's got 11 points in the quarter. And so Fox will bring it up for the Lakers. For the three. Mavericks with the rebound. Gafford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by the Doctor. And that's a foul called on the Doctor. That's his first foul. Mavericks making a switch here. Martin's checked in. Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at that rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.